Good morning, third grade, and welcome to our second lesson on fictional narratives. Today, we're going to be learning about how to develop a character. So, yesterday, you learned with Miss Klein that in order to start a fictional story, you first need to choose a problem, then you need to choose your setting, and lastly, you need to choose your character. So, now that you've brainstormed and chosen those things, we really want to get into that last element, which is maybe the most important element of a story, and that's the character. The character is what drives the story. Without the character, we wouldn't really have any story at all. So, in order to start thinking about how to develop a character, we're going to look at two famous characters that you know pretty well. But before we do that, I want to tell you what we're going to learn today. Today, I want to teach you that in order to develop a character, writers need to think about their character's traits and motivation by free writing about that character. So let's look back a little bit at one really famous character to us in third grade, and that is Opal in Because of Winn-Dixie. So, in order to start thinking about any character, you want to think about them just like you would a person in your real life. You might think, what are they like? What do they like to do? And what do they care about? So, for Opal, I'm thinking, oh, Opal is a young girl. She's really nice. She's pretty outgoing. She's willing to talk to anyone. She has a good sense of justice and hope and happiness. She's pretty fun to be around, and she's kind of a peacemaker. What does she like to do? She likes to go around town, talk to a lot of people, and she likes to hang out with her dog. She likes to make friends too. What does she care about? I would say she really cares about other people. And I know this because I see her going out of her way to be kind to others. All right, now let's look at another character that you know really well. Dun dun dun. This character is Batman. Okay, let's do the same process for Batman. What is Batman like? Batman's kind of serious, but he's grounded by this sense of justice. Like he really wants to go out there and save people and fight evil. Okay, so what does he do? Batman goes around fighting bad guys, saving the world, right? What does he care about? He cares about making sure other people are safe and taking down this evil that's in his world. Okay, so now that we've thought a little bit about these characters, let's see if we can think about their traits and their motivations. Remember that a character trait is just a fancy word to describe what that person is like. So once we got to know Opal in Because of Winn-Dixie, we were able to name a lot of different character traits that describe her. Right now, you're probably thinking that she's kind hearted, she was brave, she is caring. You probably have a lot more character traits for her than that, but those are just three. Let's think about some of her motivations. Motivations means what she wants, what makes her excited to do something, or what drives her. So when I think about what Opal wants, I think about that problem that she has with her mom leaving her. So when her mom left her, it made her want kind of like a sense of family. She wants family. She also wants other people to be happy and to be friends. We know this because we see her going around her new town and kind of bringing everyone together. Wants people to be happy and to be friends. It's really important to think about what our character wants or what their motivations are, because as writers, that's going to help us make decisions for them in our story. All right, so now let's think a little bit about what we are going to do, some planning that we're going to do in our own stories. Now that we have sort of an idea about the importance of characters in our stories. So let's look over here at the document that you were working on in the last lesson. So yesterday, you did some brainstorming here to think of possible settings, possible problems, and possible characters. Ms. Klein filled out this part of our shared work together. She gave some ideas for settings, problems, and characters, and right now I am going to choose which ones we're going to use to write our story. So for the setting, we're going to be choosing outer space. For our problem, we're going to be choosing Earth is uninhabitable, and the only way to survive is to move to another planet. And for our character, we're going to be choosing Aldo, which is the most important part of today, because today I'm going to be developing Aldo into a really full character. All right, so on my document, I'm going to scroll down past the story mountain, and I want to find where it says day 2. Perfect. This is where I'm going to be working for today. It says here, directions. Step 1, take 2 minutes to write about your character. What is your character like? What do they do? What kind of a person are they? So just like we just brainstormed for Opal and Batman, we're going to do this work now for Aldo. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do a little free write to help me think about developing Aldo into a real character. So a free write means you just write until all your ideas are out of your brain. You don't care about spelling. You don't even care about punctuation. You just care about coming up with as many ideas as possible about your character. So I'm going to show you how I do that. Aldo is a 4th grader who is small for his age. He loves to play soccer and to help out his friends. Sometimes he gets in a little trouble at school because he gets angry about some of the problems that he sees happening around him. He is learning tools to control his anger so that he can better stand up for the problems he cares about. One problem he really cares about is climate change. He learned about it from his teacher and felt very sad that animals and plants and really the whole world is being destroyed. I'm taking a pause, but I'm going to try to not do that because I just want to get everything out on the page. Let's see. What is he like? What does he like to do? What kind of a person? What kind of a person? He is a very kind person who is always thinking about how to help other people or make the world better. He believes in himself and he believes in his friends and family. He will do anything to help them. Okay, great. So this was my free write. I'm just getting out as many ideas as I can. I could keep going, but for the sake of time in this lesson, I'm going to pause and move you on to the next part. Once I have these ideas out on my page, I'm ready to really decide what motivates my character and what traits I would use to describe them. So for Aldo, let's see, this free write made me realize he's really motivated by problems in his community. It says he gets angry about that. So that shows me that that's something that motivates him or makes him want to do something. I also wrote on my page that he's really motivated by climate change. What else? I learned here that he's motivated by helping others. Getting an idea of what my character cares about or is motivated by is going to help me when I start writing my story because I'm going to know him better and I'm going to know what decisions I want him to make once the story gets going. So now let's think about some traits that I would use to describe Aldo. He loves helping people, so I would definitely say he's helpful. I'd say he's kind-hearted because he really seems to care about the problems that are in the world. He doesn't just see them and keep going. That shows me that he has a big heart. And I also, I didn't write about this in the free write, but I'm realizing now that I want to make sure that he's a brave character. Because I know he's about to encounter a lot of problems in space on my story, and I want to have my main character be really brave. So I'm going to say brave. Oh, but I'm going to try to use a bigger third grade word. We're better than brave. I could say valiant, which also means brave. And I can use spell check to make sure I spelled it right. Awesome. So now I'm really set up to start writing once we get to that stage of this unit. I really want to make sure that I know my character well because the character is going to be the central driving component of your narrative. Awesome. So, third grade, today, here's your job. So, you're going to want to log into Google Classroom. I'm going to show you. So that you can access the lesson. Once you're in your Google Classroom, thank you for your patience. And I can assume you've already clicked on this link since you're watching this video. You're next going to want to find your old writing from yesterday because you have already done work in this document up here in part 1. So you want to make sure that you're writing in the same document, not a new document. So here's what you'll do. You're in Google Classroom. You're going to click here on the side where it has this little grid. You'll click that little grid. Then you're going to find Docs. Click Docs. Once you get to the Google Docs section, you want to go to your recent documents. In your recent documents, you're going to see your version from yesterday where it says narrative writing, brainstorm. That's where you're going to click. That's going to open you back up to the work you did yesterday. And you'll scroll down here, do your free write, and brainstorm about your character. I can't wait to read about the characters that you're developing. It's so exciting, and I can't wait to see what kind of stories and adventures they embark on. Keep up the great work, team, and I'll see you later.